It's dumb to base your self-esteem on external factors. What your family thinks about you, what society thinks about you, what, I don't know, some random person on the street thinks about you. Like, it's really dumb when you really, really think about it. It's dumb for several reasons. One reason is because if you're basing your self-esteem on what anybody thinks about you or any external circumstances, then you don't have self-esteem. It's called self-esteem for a reason. If you're not esteeming yourself, then you just have, I guess, outer esteem. I don't know the word for it. But secondly, when you base your stuff, your self-esteem on external factors like, oh, the opinions of your family, your friends, or some random person, co-workers, whoever, you basing it on people's whims, and people's whims change all the time. So, for example, let's say, oh, my self-esteem is low because my family doesn't accept me, or they think I'm a failure, or they think I'm not doing stuff right, or whatever the case may be. Okay, so let's say you decide you want to change. You decide you want to do what they want you to do, so they can accept you, so you can have good self-esteem. All right, so you do it, and now they accept you. They're happy. Oh, no, now you're on the right path. Now you're doing the right thing. Now I accept you. Now I'm happy with you. Now I feel good with you. Here's the thing: in the back of your mind, you always gonna know that acceptance is conditional. It's always gonna be based on you doing that thing, whether you're happy with it or not. It's always gonna be based on you doing that thing. You know, the moment that you stop doing that thing, their acceptance of you is gonna go away. So now you're gonna be back at square one if you ever stop doing that thing. And then even sometimes while you're doing that thing, you might be miserable because like you don't want to do that thing. You never want to do that thing. You just wanted the acceptance. So like now you living in this self-made trap of trying to get somebody's acceptance that really don't accept you. So basing it on that is stupid. And then third thing you have to realize is, like I said, based on people's whims change all the time. So they don't accept you for whatever reason, and you base your self-esteem on that. But here's the thing: sometimes you could just be doing the same thing for the rest of your life, and then people they just change their mind. Maybe they saw something on the news. Maybe what you were doing becomes trendy now, and now all of a sudden it's like, yeah, you always been doing the right thing. I can't believe I ever doubted you for a second. So now, like, you see how basing your self-esteem on like what people think is bad, is detrimental, is because people's desires and whims ping pong. So when you have self-esteem, that means no matter what externally is happening, I think I'm valuable. Nobody else has to think you're valuable. Like, I don't have to think you're valuable. I can think you're the worst thing walking, but it shouldn't matter because you really esteem yourself. Then you could be broke as a joke, overweight, everything that society thinks is bad. Because I've met people like this, like legit met people like this in real life. Like, by society standards, that they are like down bad. They down bad. They doing horribly in life, but they have self esteem higher than somebody that's making like Elon Musk types of money. So self esteem is not based on what society thinks about you. It's based on what you think about you. Because at the end of the day, you have to live with yourself. At the end of the day, any decision you make, any way of thinking that you think, you have to live with it. Not the people that's judging you, not the people that's saying, "Oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that." Oh no, you should be doing whatever. Because at the end of the day, people gonna tell you a whole lot of stuff that you should be doing this, that you should be doing that. But at the end of the day, when you do it, you know what's gonna happen. If they don't like what you're doing for 5 minutes, and I'm being generous with that 5 minutes, for 5 minutes, they're gonna talk about you. They're gonna be mad at you. They're gonna disagree with you, whatever the case may be. And you know what's gonna happen after the 5 minutes? They're gonna go back to thinking about their own lives. They're not even gonna be thinking about you. I don't care if it's family or whatever. They're not even gonna be thinking about you. And you know what happens if you do what they do agree with, that they do want you to do? Are they gonna congratulate you for like a whole 5 minutes? I'm like, yeah, you doing good, you doing good, and then they're gonna go back to thinking about their own lives. So at the end of the day, it's like you want to do all that for like 5 minutes of congratulations, 5 minutes of approval. Because at the end of the day, everybody has their own lives to worry about. So if you're sitting there worrying about, oh, I got to feel good about myself to get their approval, I got to do what they want me to do. No, because they gonna say all that you should be doing stuff. They're not gonna help you. They say people say you should make X amount of dollars. Okay, are they gonna give you a loan? And so are they gonna pay your bills so you can focus on other stuff that you need to focus on, or that they say that you should focus on? No, they're gonna sit there, judge you, saying what you should and should not do, and families included in this, and then go back on with their lives. And then when you do it, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, well, you're supposed to do that. So self-esteem is based on how you value yourself. Your value should not change based on what's happening around you. Really, and really, if you think about it, if you value yourself, all the other stuff's gonna come naturally. If I think I'm worth $1 million a year, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get $1 million a year. You see what I'm saying? If I don't think I'm worth $1 million a year, I'm not gonna do anything I'm not gonna do anything that's gonna make me $1 million a year. So really, having self-esteem actually helps you in the long run. Because one, since you're doing it for yourself, you have that internal motivation to keep going. Like you don't need somebody else to tell you what to do and what not to do. And then in life, you always gonna come across obstacles. If you have self-esteem, you have self-love, and you're like, I could go across these obstacles. I'm gonna do it for myself. Because if you're just doing stuff solely for other people, then you're always gonna be miserable. Because like you're gonna do it, and then like I said, people's whims change, so you do it, and they're happy, or all of a sudden like you do it, and like, oh no, I didn't want you to do that, but I thought you wanted me to do that. No, I thought I did, but really, once you did it, it's like it clicked in me that I really didn't want to do it. So like, it all has to come from within. So that's just me rambling, but your self-esteem should be from here internally. So don't based on what everybody thinks, or based on like whims that change on a dime. Because really, people judging you about what you should be doing. But if you look at people's lives, bro, like really anybody's lives, we all messed up. Like we all messed up. We sitting there judging, or people judging you for like what you're not doing, and then people judging them for what they're not doing. You see what I'm saying? So while you sitting there worried about what people think about you and saying, "Oh, my self-esteem is low because they accept me," they got all those people that's not accepting you. They got like 100 other people not accepting them because there's something that they're not doing, or there's multiple things they're not doing, or their lives are in shambles, or they're not living what they want to do, or they're miserable with their lives, so they try and make you miserable too, whether you know it or not. So, you know, just keep your head up, have that internal self-motivation, that internal self-esteem, esteem yourself, self-esteem, and yeah, you know, we're on this planet for a short time. We're in the grand scheme of things. Like, don't I mean, it's best not to waste it on uh, trying to please people's lives. That's when their lives not even perfect to begin with. You know what I'm saying? They believe in the afterlife. I know you might believe something that's after this. If you don't, the only thing that I can say for certain is that we're here right now. So that's the only thing I say for certain. I can't tell you if they have something after this, but here right now, esteem yourself, enjoy your life. Peace.